What is Sidra coffee? Over the past few years, there has been a growing trend of using rare coffee species and Arabica varieties in World Coffee Championship (WCC) routines. While the highly prized Gesha variety has long been a favorite of many competitors, more and more of them are now choosing lesser-known coffees. One of these coffees is Sidra, also known as Sidra or Bourbon Sidra. Sadly, there is little information available about Sidra. However, it is believed that the variety originally comes from the Pichincha province in Ecuador. It is reported that Don Alger Robel was the first person to introduce Sidra, as well as Typica majorata, to the Ecuadorian coffee sector. Although the facility closed down some years ago, it's believed that Sidra was one of unreleased varieties. It was reported that Sidra was produced by crossbreeding Typica with Bourbon, two high-quality varieties from which many coffee plants today can be traced back to. However, recent findings from World Coffee Research found that Sidra may have been developed using Ethiopian heirloom varieties, an overarching term used for the many wild or genetically unidentified varieties which are native to the East African country. Although it is difficult to universally determine the flavor profile of Ethiopian heirloom varieties, they generally have more floral and fruity characteristics. Sidra also has a similar cup profile, with high levels of sweetness. Despite being genetically linked to Ethiopia, Sidra is mainly produced in South America, primarily in Ecuador and Colombia. The variety grows between 1,650 and 1,800 m.a.s.l. or meters above sea level. One of the first coffee farms to commercially grow Sidra was La Palma y el Tucán in Cundinamarca, Colombia. Producers planted around 1,800 Sidra trees in 2012, followed by an additional 4,300 plants in 2015 after the variety became more popular in the specialty coffee sector. Sidra plants have distinctively thick trunks and can grow up to 4 meters tall. They produce dark green leaves and have elongated 5-petal flowers, with cherries that grow densely packed together along its branches. The cherries are also larger and rounder than other Arabica varieties with pointed ends. The seeds, or beans, of the Sidra variety are generally longer and thinner than most Arabica varieties, similar to Gesha. Sidra requires shade to grow successfully. Some say it originally grew in forests. It requires an ecosystem, so it can't be planted in full sun conditions. Sidra produces high yields and is resistant to several pests and diseases, but not coffee leaf rust. Coffee leaf rust is a common term for Hamelia vastatrix, a fungus which prevents photosynthesis in the leaves of coffee plants. Producers at La Palma y el Tucán say that Sidra is also highly susceptible to diseases such as Ceratocystis fimbriata and coffee berry disease, both of which are detrimental to plant growth and coffee quality. Sidra is one of the most exciting coffee varieties available. It has dynamic flavors and an interesting mouthfeel. You can expect ripe stone fruit notes such as nectarine, apricot, and peach. It also has some citrus notes. I notice a lot of orange or orange blossom flavors. It can have white grape and wine-like notes as well. Sidra is currently commercially grown on a much lower scale than other Arabica varieties, mainly because it results in the highest cup quality when grown above 1,700 m.a.s.l. meters above sea level. It's no secret that the specialty coffee sector prizes exclusive and unique coffee species and varieties, and Sidra certainly seems to have joined that category. We can expect to see more Sidra lots used at WCC events in the coming years, and who knows, it may well start to appear on certain specialty coffee shop menus. However, just how much production volumes will increase over the next few years remains to be seen. Enjoy our videos? Subscribe now to watch more.